Morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the remaining concept present in Henry's law. That is, what is Henry's law? We discussed. What is solubility? We discussed. What are the factors affect the solubility? Those are completed. After that, the small concept is present. That is vapor pressure. Vapor pressure. What is vapor pressure? What is lowering of vapor pressure? And what is relative lowering of vapor pressure? So in today's class, we are going to discuss about this concept. After that, again, we are going to discuss some problems present in this topic. Clear? So let's go to the first one. Let's go to the first one. So vapor pressure. Vapor pressure. So what is vapor pressure? If you define what is vapor pressure, it means the pressure the pressure exerted, the pressure released, the pressure produced by so it is a definition of vapor pressure. The pressure exerted, the pressure released by the vapor molecules present right here, present on the surface of the liquid or solution. It is called as vapor pressure. So the pressure released, produced, or exerted by the vapor molecule present on the surface of the liquid. See, for example, you can take here. So water is present in beaker. So if you heat the water, so what happens? The molecules which are present on the surface of the liquid. Here, example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 liquid molecules are present, which are present on the surface of the liquid. So many layers are present, so many molecules are present, but the molecules which are present on the surface of the liquid, the molecules which are present on the surface of the liquid will release some pressure. That pressure is called as vapor pressure. Means, so after boiling point, those are converted into vapors. Which molecules are converted into vapors? Means the molecules which are present on the surface of the liquid, those molecules are converted into vapor. So it is called as vapor pressure. The molecules which are present on the surface of the liquid or solution or solvent releases some pressure. That pressure is called as vapor pressure. Vapor pressure. Clear? Then see, what are the factors? Which factors will influence the vapor pressure? We define what is vapor pressure. We discussed what is vapor pressure. Means the pressure released by vapor molecule present on the surface of the liquid. Those are called as vapor pressure. Clear? Then, what are the factors affect the vapor pressure? The first one, The first one, temperature. The first one, temperature. Temperature increases. What happened here? More number of molecules are converted into vapors. If more number of molecules are present on the surface of the liquid, then the pressure increases or decreases? Increase. Okay. So if 7 molecules are present on the surface of the liquid, if temperature increases, what happens? Some 10 molecules present on the surface of the liquid. Remember, 3 additional molecules are present on the surface of the liquid, so that the vapor pressure increases. So vapor pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Here, the temperature is increases, vapor pressure increases. Clear? That is the first one. If you go to the second one, nature of liquid. Nature of liquid. Nature of liquid. The second one, nature of liquid. So what is the nature of liquid? Means we are going to discuss based on intermolecular forces present in that particular liquid or solid. So based on intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces. If weak intermolecular forces are present, then what about vapor pressure? High. See, intermolecular forces are weak, then vapor pressure increase. Intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces are increased. What is intermolecular forces? The forces which are present between molecules present in the liquid. It is called as intermolecular forces. Clear? It may be solid, liquid, or gases. In solid, intermolecular forces are very strong because the distance is very less. If you go to the liquid, intermolecular forces are weak, less when compared to solid because the distance is some increases between particles or molecules. If you go to the gases, the distance is more. So intermolecular almost or negligible intermolecular forces. So based on that, the vapor pressure. See, intermolecular force increase. For example, see. It is a piece of chalk. Intermolecular forces are present. You can easily just change it to 2 pieces. What is the reason? Because some extent intermolecular forces are present. If more intermolecular forces are present, it is very difficult to break. So that's why if weak intermolecular forces are present, then vapor pressure increases. So vapor pressure is intermolecular forces. Inversely proportional. Clear? If intermolecular forces increases, vapor pressure decreases. If intermolecular forces decreases, vapor pressure increases. Clear? Example. Either high vapor pressure is present, but alcohols low vapor pressure. Clear? What is the reason it's here? Hydrogen bond is present. So more extra bond is present. So we need more energy to break the bond. Clear? So that's about intermolecular forces. Clear? That is the second one. If you go to the third one, If go to the third one, boiling point. Boiling point. Any guessing? Vapor pressure, boiling point relation. If boiling point means the liquid which have high boiling point. They have high boiling point or high vapor pressure or low vapor pressure. High boiling point, low vapor pressure, because they need more energy. More energy. Boiling point is more high, so vapor pressure is decreased. So lesser boiling point, more vapor pressure. So just for memory purpose, and vapor pressure is inversely proportional to boiling point. Clear? If boiling point is more, vapor pressure decreases. Clear? If boiling point is low, less, vapor pressure increases, because they are easily converted into vapors. Clear? They are easily converted into vapors. So that's about the boiling point. Clear? Then the fourth one. The purity of liquid. Purity, nothing but just it is a pure liquid. There is no impurities present in that liquid. So pure solvent, you can say liquid or solvent, then vapor pressure is high. If impure solvent, impure liquid, then vapor pressure is decreases. So vapor pressure is directly proportional to purity of liquid or maybe right solvent or anything. So that is the fourth point. So purity is directly proportional to vapor pressure, or we say vapor pressure is directly proportional to purity. If purity of solvent, liquid or solution increases, vapor pressure is increased. High purity, high vapor pressure. Low purity, low vapor pressure. Low purity, if the impurities are increases, vapor pressure decreases. Clear? So that's about vapor pressure. So what is vapor pressure? The pressure released by vapor molecule present on the liquid surface of the liquid. It is called as vapor pressure. And what are the factors affect the vapor pressure? Means first one, temperature. So vapor pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Temperature increases, vapor pressure also increases. Nature of liquid. It is based on intermolecular forces. If intermolecular forces are present more, then vapor pressure is less. If intermolecular forces are weak, less, then vapor pressure is weak. Clear? And if go to the third one, boiling point, another factor. If boiling point is more, vapor pressure less. If boiling point is less, vapor pressure is more. The fourth one, purity of liquid. If purity increases, vapor pressure also increases. Here, purity decreases, vapor pressure increases. So that is about the definition and factors which affect the vapor pressure. Clear? Lowering of vapor pressure. Lowering of vapor pressure. How the vapor pressure decreases? Listen. See, for example, here. Degrees present in the what is present? Solvent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 particles are present. 5 particles. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 particles are present on the surface of the liquid. On the surface of the liquid. So if temperature is increases, the temperature is increases means the particles are the molecules which are present on the surface of the liquid. They are converted into vapors and they release some pressure. That pressure is called as vapor pressure. Example here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 water molecules are present, and those 6 water molecules are converted into vapors. Clear? If just imagine that one atmosphere of one molecule, total 6. Okay, then if you add non-volatile solute, if non-volatile solute is added, what is non-volatile solute? What is non-volatile solute? So non-volatile solute is nothing but which are not evaporated easily. Easily evaporated one is called as volatile. Non-volatile means not easily evaporated. Best example, petrol. Petrol is a volatile liquid. If you open the bottle, cap of the bottle, so what happens? The petrol is evaporated. So that's why it is volatile liquid. Non-volatile nothing but it is not easily evaporated, or you can say not evaporated. It is called non-volatile. So if volatile solute, solid, naphthalene is a volatile solute. Clear? But sugar, it is a non-volatile solute. So when non-volatile solute is added in water, so what happens means it dissolved in water at the surface of the liquid. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 molecules are present. In the 6 molecules, understand that it is not a pure solvent, pure liquid. It has sugar. Sugar is dissolved in that solvent. So it is a sugar molecule. It is a sugar molecules are so present at the surface of the liquid. So here total 3 water molecules are present. So 1, 2, 3. 3 water molecules are present. If 3 water molecules are converted into vapors, so vapor pressure decreases. So 1, 2, 3. 3 water molecules are converted into vapors. Because 3 water molecules are replaced by 3 non-volatile solute particles. So that's why vapor pressure here decreases. Here vapor pressure is high, here low. What is the reason? Due to the presence of non-volatile solute. Clear? So what is relative lowering of vapor pressure? Means the difference between the difference between vapor pressure of pure solvent, vapor pressure of pure solvent, then write P naught. Vapor pressure of pure solvent is P naught, and vapor pressure of solution, and vapor pressure of solution. It is called lowering of vapor pressure. It is called as lowering of vapor pressure. Lowering of vapor pressure means the difference between nothing but P naught minus P. So it is called lowering of vapor pressure. What is P naught? Vapor pressure of solvent, pure solvent. What is P? Correct. PS. Solution. Vapor pressure of solution. Okay. So that is called as lowering of vapor pressure. And next one, relative lowering of vapor pressure. The ratio between relative lowering of vapor pressure. The ratio between The lowering of vapor pressure in solution means the lowering of vapor pressure in solution. The lowering of vapor pressure in solution to and the vapor pressure of a pure solvent and the vapor pressure of pure solvent. It is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. So what is here? The ratio between lowering of vapor pressure in a solution means P0 minus P by the ratio. Pure solvent or liquid vapor pressure means it is denoted by P0. So P0. It is called as relative lowering of vapor pressure. Clear? So that's about vapor pressure and relative lowering of vapor pressure. P0 nothing but vapor pressure of a pure solvent. P nothing but vapor pressure of a solution. The difference lowering of vapor pressure ratio between relative lowering of vapor pressure and the vapor pressure of pure solvent. It is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. Clear? Clear? So that's about the concept present in today's topic. So for that, we go for numericals. How many grams of carbon dioxide gas is dissolved in a 1 liter bottle of carbonated water if the manufacturer uses a pressure of 2.4 atmosphere in the bottling process at 25 degrees Celsius? Given kH of CO2 water is 29.76 atom per mole per 1 liters at 25 degrees. So write the data which is present on the question. See, what is the pressure, total pressure, that is question number 19 by 30. P, total pressure. Okay. Pressure is equal to 2.4 atmospheric pressure. Clear? What about KH? KH of CO2. KH is equal to 29.76. 29.76. What are the units? Atmosphere by moles per liters. Then remaining data we have to find out how many grams of carbon dioxide gas dissolved in 1 liter bottle. Okay, so how many grams are required? In the definition we are saying that what is Henry's law? The partial pressure of a gas is directly proportional to vapor pressure. Means salinity. So mole fraction of a gas is equal to question mark. We have to find out. We know that pressure, partial pressure is equal to pressure of a gas, total pressure of gas is directly proportional to mole fraction of a gas is equal to, if you remove the proportionality, KH into mole fraction of a gas. So what we have to find out? Mole fraction of a gas here. So mole fraction of a gas is equal to pressure of a gas by partial pressure of a gas by KH. It is a formula. If we substitute mole fraction of a gas equal to, what is the pressure, partial pressure of a gas? 2.4. So 2.4 by Henry's constant 29.76. That equal to What is about calculation answer? 0.08. That is mole fraction of gas. 0.08 means 0.08 ml of carbon dioxide present in 1 liter of solution. But 0.08 ml of carbon dioxide in 1 liter of solution. But we have to find out in grams. So how many grams? So grams of CO2 is equal to, if mLs are present, means moles, it is a mole fraction, but mole. So moles into molecular mass of CO2. So what is the formula? Moles into molecular mass of CO2. It is the formula. So 0.08 into what is the molecular mass, molecular weight of carbon dioxide? 44. So that equal to, what is the answer? 3.52 grams. Okay. So 3.52 grams. So that's about the solution of question number 19. It is a level 1 problem. Okay. So question number 19, page number 30. So here the pressure is given 2.4 atmospheric pressure. Henry's constant also present 29.76, and we have to find out the mole fraction of the gas in grams. In grams. Clear? Mole fraction. Any units are present for mole fraction? No units. So first we have to find out mole fraction of the gas. After that, we have to find out grams in grams. So we know that the percentage of gas is equal to Henry's constant into mole fraction of the gas. Whether is present, KH values are also present. So mole fraction of gas is equal to pressure by Henry's constant. So if substitute the value, mole fraction, nothing but number of moles. So we cannot give you grams, moles into molecular mass of carbon dioxide, 3.52 grams. Clear? KH value, Henry's constant value. So Henry's constant value 40.39 argon. KH for carbon dioxide, that is 1.67. KH for formaldehyde. KH for formaldehyde 1.83 into 10 power minus 5. 1.83 into 10 power minus 5. Then KH for methane. Methane equal to, what is the 0.413. Then we have to find out the increasing solubility order. Increasing solubility order. Increasing solubility order. Clear? Which is the question is about, we have to write the increasing order of solubility. Clear? So what is the answer here? What about least solubility? We know that Henry's constant is inversely proportional to solubility. Nothing but mole fraction. You know very well. Just for understanding purpose, in words I wrote the formula. So more KH value, less soluble. Less soluble means more KH value. So less KH value, more soluble. Clear? So order argon, after that CO2. Clear? CO2. After that 1.83 into 10 power minus 5 or 0.4. So 0.4. CH4. Then HCH. HCH. So that's about increasing order of solubility. Clear? Note it down. And if you go to the question number 21, which of the following statement is not true? See the options. The fourth option: due to high pressure, solubility of atmosphere gases in blood decreases. Any doubts? So, fourth option is the right, because pressure is directly proportional to solubility. So, solubility increases means pressure is more. So, more pressure is present, more soluble. Clear? That is question number 20 and 21. Clear? Of course, here we are writing mole fraction. Mole fraction is nothing but solubility. Clear? 50 ml of 0.1 m NaCl and 50 ml of 0.1 m barium chloride BaCl2 are mixed here dilution. Okay, and remaining level 2 problems I say for dilution. And this law also problems are present. Total 4 problems: 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. See, molarity of chloride ion in the resulting solution will be, because it is not completed in molarity concept. So that's why I am saying see the 16th one, because 16, 17, 18 are present molarity problems. And 19 to 20, these are the theoretical conceptual questions. 19th question is same. We are just now we have discussed in level 1. 19th question same. And 20th question also. Relation present between temperature and pH. pH decreases when temperature increases. It is not correct. If temperature is increases, pH increases. You know very well. That is question number 20. That is the fourth option. Conceptual questions. Question number 19, just discuss. Argon is less than CO2 is less than CH4 is less than formaldehyde. Clear? That is about questions present in Emery's law. And remaining 3 problems are present: 16, 17, 18. And of course, question number 21, 22 also present. One by one, we are going to discuss. Okay. See the 16th one. First, we have to write the data. M1 equal to, what is the M1 here? 0.1 m. 0.1 m. V1 is equal to 50 ml. Clear? Then it is about NaCl. Then M2 is equal to 0.1 m. Yes. Then V2 is equal to, it is also 50 m. That is for BaCl2. Clear? BaCl2. Then the question: molarity of chloride ions in the resulting solution. Chloride ions molarity. See, if you go to the sodium chloride, barium chloride. Number of chloride ions present in NaCl. Number of chloride ions in NaCl. How many NaCl? Na plus Cl minus, only 1. Then number of chloride ions in barium chloride. Barium chloride, how it is going to ionize? Ba2 plus plus 2Cl minus. So how many chloride ions are present? 2 chloride ions. So 2. Clear? It is the data which is present in question. Then what is the formula? Mixing, it is a dilution. So M1 V1 plus M2 V2 by V1 plus V2. It is a formula, dilution of molarity. But here it is total solution molarity. One solution, second solution is present. If you mix this first and second solution, what about the molarity means? Molarity of the dilution solution equal to M1V1 plus M2V2 by V1 plus V2 total molarity. But here we have to find out only chloride ions molarity. Only chloride ions molarity. So that's why just change in formula, just have to add number of chloride ions present in NaCl, number of chloride ions present in barium chloride. So here M is equal to number of Cl minus in NaCl into M1V1 plus number of in BaCl2 into M2V2 by V1 plus V2. Clear? Just add here NaCl barium chloride. See, M equal to number of chlorides when NaCl 1. So 1 into M1 0.1 into V1 50 plus number of chlorides in barium chloride 2 because Ba2 plus plus 2Cl minus. Here 2Cl minus. Here Na plus plus Cl minus. Only 1. So 2 into M2 0.1 into V2 50 ml by 50 by 50. Then that is equal to 0.1 into 50 into 1 5 plus 0.1 into 50 5 into 2 10 by 100. That is equal to almost 0.15. That is the molarity of chloride ions. For chloride ions molarity. Clear? The data here. See all the water in a 0.20 m solution of sodium chloride was evaporated, and here we have to correct this here. It is not 10.150, it is 0.150. Again, I am saying 0.150 ml of NaCl. Your brain mistake is there. 0.15 mole of NaCl is obtained. What was the original volume of the sample? Clear? So first we have to write question number 17, my page number 37. First we have to write the data M1. So M. What about its molarity? M1 0.20. Then what about V1? What is the original value of the sample? Means original value nothing but we have to find out V1. V1 is equal to question mark. Then what about M2? M2 equal to, what is the question here? 0.15 moles of NaCl. Clear? What is molarity? What is the molarity definition? Number of moles of a solute present in 1 liter of a solution. So M2 is equal to 0.15 moles by 1 liter. Nothing but 0.15. Clear? Got? Then V2. 1 liter. Yes, 1 liter. Total value 1 liter. Then what is the formula? M1V1 is equal to M2V2. Then we have to find out V1. So V1 is equal to M2 V2 by M1. What about M2? 0.15 into. What about V2? V2 1 liter 1 by M1 0.20. So V1 is equal to 0. What is the answer? 0.75 liters. Or V1 is equal to 0.75 into 1000, nothing but 750 ml. So that's about in ml. Clear? That's about V2. Clear?